going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
It's never too late to change your career or to go back to school. The decision to go back to school wasn't easy. Look at me, a wife, a mother, a degree in dental for 17 years. But here I am at LTC studying towards a career in cosmetology, and it's been the best decision I have ever made.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Hinie Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Hinie has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Hinie Properties. Visit Hinie.com or phone 931-244-4602.
From the xSports Network, this is xSports Live, presented by Hinie's BBQ.
And welcome here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ here. A very jam-packed show we got coming for you today. Dusty Kaiser will join us here shortly. Joined here by Hayden Burks, the NAIA nominee for Manager of the Year, right?
I tried to win it last year. I think I got short of my vote, but hopefully we can get it this year. So we'll have to see where it goes this year.
You want a recount?
Yeah, I want a recount.
Trump on us?
Yeah. Let's get a recount from last year, but this year, yeah, I got it for sure, 100%.
Well, hey, let's recap everything that's kind of happened locally. No football really to speak of. Everybody had bye weeks, and those who didn't have bye weeks, you can come on it. Yeah, we're getting our refills. We got a long show.
There we go.
A lot of stuff to talk about. I'm sure everyone's got a lot of stuff to talk about as well.
Especially in the volleyball side of local sports.
Yeah, speaking of, we'll go right into it. Loretto and Summertown met up once again in the region tournament. In the final side of it, Loretto coming out on top 3-0. They will host in the sub-state game tomorrow night, and Summertown will go on the road to Harpeth. Loretto will host Camden. So 2 trips to Murfreesboro coming up here tomorrow night.
Yep, 2 trips to Murfreesboro as well for both Summertown and Loretto. And I mean, more than likely, that's been the reputation. They're more than likely going to see each other again when it comes down to it. So, hey, I'm looking forward to it. And we talked about last week, you want to know a little bit about your opponent, but you don't want them to know a lot about you. So we're just going to have to see, Loretto, every game has gotten closer and closer and closer. But, I mean, hey, Summertown's starting to hit their marks on Loretto. Both teams are thriving right now. So that game, what we saw last week against, or a few weeks ago against Loretto and Summertown, it's going to be times 10 next time they play, if they get to that point.
If they get, well, history tells us.
Yeah,
so
they'll probably get there.
They'll for sure get to that point. Eagleville will be there as well. Unfortunately, the Lady Cats saw their season come to an end last night, but a great season for Lawrence County volleyball side, even to win the district against some good competition, then get to host the region tournament. Lots of positives there for the Lady Cats this season.
Absolutely, and that team, they were a really good team, very well-coached team as well, and that's what Lawrence County volleyball's been the past few years. They've been a dominant force when it comes to our district. So, having another district championship, hosting the region, unfortunately they lost the other night in 3 sets, but they were close sets throughout the whole night. So, like I said, unfortunately they lost 3-0, but hey, there's a lot of positives going into next year with the group they got coming back.
And then the Lawrence County boys golf team made to the state tournament, finished 8th, and hey, no one thought they were going to even get there, win the district and win the region, go to the state tournaments. Lot of good stuff for the
Absolutely. And when I was in high school, like nobody really thought of Lawrence County golf for just local golf in general. You got Summertown, their golf team's pretty good really as well, good, but hey, shout out to Lawrenceburg for coming in 8th in the state championship, and I think that's going to bring more kids to want to play golf for Lawrence County as well. So, I think the future's looking bright for that program as well, especially with how many guys, and if they got more guys coming in, then they're going to have to make a list of who's going to play. So, that's a good problem to have if you're a coach when it comes to golf side.
Busy week of football coming up. Loretto's got their final home game of the season. They're going to take on Eagleville. Summertown's going to host Richland. Lawrence County takes on the top team in the region at home against Shelbyville. So after a week off, all these guys back in action coming up on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, the main thing about this bye week was just getting to know what you're up against coming into the region play, but also getting all your guys healthy as well. So that was the main goal of the bye week, just kind of getting your guys rested and, shout out to Loretto for their historic season that they're having this year. Hopefully they can cap it off with a win at home at their last home game. Summertown, they're still trying to, figure out their identity, but hey, they're young and they're learning, and from what I've heard, they really do like their coach.
And a coach who got the job literally a day before the first day of practice.
Absolutely, yep. So not Loretto, Summertown, the future's looking bright there, and then Lawrenceburg, of course, they got Shelbyville, top team in the region, so hopefully Lawrenceburg, can shake off all the issues they've had this season and kind of just go in and go to Shelbyville and put up a fight against them.
And switch things over to college football side. Of course, Tennessee was off this past week, but a pretty big one coming up here on Saturday with A&M coming to town. And A&M, almost kind of like a wounded animal, played well against Bama like they always do. Some coaching decisions made by Jimbo Fisher. We'll get into those later. But they're coming into Knoxville, and Vols, last time they played A&M in Knoxville was during COVID. Not a great, obviously we saw what happened later after that with their coaching staff and whatnot, but this is a good opportunity for Tennessee.
Absolutely, in Tennessee, like I told you earlier in my rant last week was how in the world do they beat South Carolina like they did, and they were 21 and go to 22. But hey, there were some good teams in the rankings that lost this past week. Miami, I'll let you talk about that later. But Tennessee, they're 19, coming off the bye week, getting their guys rested. I believe they're going to have several of the guys. Thornton, their wide receiver, he's going to be back in the lineup for them, and then Slaughter on the defensive side, he's going to be back in the lineup as well. So I'm confident about this week. Tennessee, I feel like it being in Knoxville, I think this is a game they really need to win. That way they've got some confidence going into Bama next week, and then they got Kentucky at Kentucky the week after that.
Hey, West Virginia plays tomorrow night. My guys are taking on our former coach and Dana Holgerson, hopefully for some revenge. Dana got it lucky. They don't have to go to Morgantown. They're going there, but he's got to go there even if he has that job next year when they go there. But now moving to the NFL, wasn't a good week for the Titans, and looking at who they got to play next.
They got the Ravens, and the Ravens look really good. Like, who picked them whenever we did our jam? Was it Michael? I believe Michael picked them in our jamboree.
We got to give him a little crap about Texas.
Yeah, we got to give him some. Yeah, I was about to say, I should have texted
we should have done that.
We should have done it. Dang it.
You know how many times I thought about that and just didn't pull the trigger on it?
Yeah, Michael, if you're watching. Go Sooners. Yep, horns down, baby. But, what were we talking about? So I got to laugh from the Titans, But, the Titans, I don't know what to say about them. Lamar, he's just kind of up in the air this year. I think just Baltimore's still trying to figure it out. But, the Titans, if you ain't got a quarterback, how can you play that well? So I just don't know about them.
Now, I think a topic we're going to bring up later, my wife and I have no, this isn't the conversation you think this is, but that's later. That's more towards Halloween. That's a rant for another day. My wife, I'm just going to throw this one out there, and when Dusty gets here, we'll throw it too. But this is a list of schools my wife will allow my son to attend. Is there any schools that you are definitely against for your children to attend? Now, if they're going to like play a sport, not necessarily go there as a student, but as a sport.
So like have them go to play at a place?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
No places you wouldn't let them go. Because pretty much my wife said no Big Ten, no Pac-12.
Yeah, but I'd say the Big Ten for sure. Pac-12, whatever's left of the Pac-12, I mean, it might just be 2 teams. I wouldn't be upset about that. But I'd say Ohio State, just because
you wouldn't let them be a Buckeye.
No, I wouldn't let them be a Buckeye, just because I was raised to hate the Buckeyes. Sorry to all you Ohio State fans, but no, Kentucky. Kentucky's another one I can't stand. That Kentucky Blue, but yeah, those are probably the main 2 teams for me. I wouldn't let my kid play for those teams.
I mean, definitely no Alabama.
I would be hesitant to.
Yeah, my in-laws are definitely afraid, and of course, being from West Virginia, no one's going to Pitt.
Nobody's going there.
No one's going to Pitt. Not happening. So, coming up next, we'll have the members of the Summertown Blasting Team. Almost said something else, but the Summertown Blasting Team will be coming up here. We'll interview them next here on xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we've provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome back here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ from Hinie's BBQ. And we got members here of the Summertown Blasting Crew. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name is Clint Carson.
My name is Lucas Hodge. I'm Shelby Clayton. And Maddie McDonald.
All right. Well, guys, first of all, just for anyone that doesn't know, tell us what your team is and what you guys do.
So, we are the Summertown Blasting Crew. We are a trap team, which is a shotgun sport. One of the safest sports ever. We shoot one of three disciplines, which is trap. The other two is skeet and sporting clays.
Okay, all right. So tell us the difference between the three.
So trap, you will have a house that sits in front of you, and you have 5 separate posts. On each post, you will shoot 5 times for a total of 25 shots in total. And then skeet, it will come out of the side. So your trap house is here in the middle, and then on either side of the trap house is a skeet house. And the skeet targets will come across. There will be 2 of them. We don't really shoot skeet, so that's about all I can give you. And then sport clays is all kinds of different things. I can't really explain that much.
Sport clays is more like hunting, like dove hunting.
Gotcha.
So it comes out of all different angles.
So you know what it's called.
Sporting clays, you move stations so they can have it spread out through different courses, and you move stations after every 6 or 4 shots. You never really know where the target's coming from. It could be off the ground, coming towards you, the sky, or anywhere.
Okay. So you guys in your season right now? Is the season about to come up? And describe what the season is like.
The season actually ended in August. It starts in March and goes all the way through August.
Oh, okay.
We're kind of in the off season right now. But we'll probably still end up practicing throughout the season so we can be primed and ready for next year so we can go at it again.
So how many events do you guys play when you start that season in March and go through August?
There's pretty much one every single week. It is non-stop.
And it's not just local. We go to some all around the state and the country. Nationals is in Sparta, Illinois. We go to Alabama. We usually have
You're doing all right.
several other competitions that people go to on their own, and it's just
it's all over.
It's all over.
Mostly every state in America, they have different state events.
Each state has their own state championship. Like in a few weeks, some of our members will go to Rebel Yale, which is in Alabama, in Montgomery, I believe. That's coming up in, I think it's a week or 2 from now.
So what got every single one of you guys involved and want to be a part of the blasting thing?
Well, I've always grew up around guns. I've always loved to shoot, go to the range and shoot. So I know my dad knew about the team and he wanted me to join. I thought it was a good idea. So
I joined because my grandfather was actually one of the coaches and my cousin shot. So I started because of that. I went to practice one day at our local gun club, and I've shot ever since.
I started because my brother did it when he was little, so I just followed his footsteps.
Well, I started because my mom, she kind of helped originate the team. I can't remember what year it was, but She got it started, and whenever I got old enough, she wanted me to shoot, and ever since I've just enjoyed it.
So what is a practice like? Where do you guys go? What kind of things do you guys do, and how do you prepare for all your matches?
So we have our practice field is just one trap house, and we each take turns. So you're shooting squad to 5. So 5 people go up on the line and shoot. You take turns, you shoot a box, and then another person will come up and shoot a box.
We do one every week. We're not doing it necessarily every week right now because we are in our off season, but whenever we get back up and going, there'll be one every single week on Thursdays.
We have a practice field in Hinnerville that we go to, like he said, once a week usually, and that's how practices usually go.
Okay. Well, guys, I was going to ask, so I go to UT Southern. I don't know if y'all know about their shooting program over there, but when it comes to tournaments and that format, can you explain to us the format of how the points are scored and how teams win when it comes to the tournaments y'all will play in?
It's based off of like each box. If you can hit, it just depends on how many you hit out of 25. But then at the end, it's how many you hit after each 4 boxes.
Gotcha.
So it's scored out of 100, but each round consists of 25.
Gotcha. Okay. And then also, I look at it from this standpoint, from a college side, like not many people think like you can get scholarship for this. So like, what's the scholarship opportunity when it comes to a co-ed sport like this? You know, not many people think of like, oh, that's a sport that could give you scholarship for college. Like, what does that say about the
My brother
shooting
is
side?
actually on a scholarship at UT Southern.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Caleb Clayton.
I do know Caleb. I do know. Oh, that's cool. I learned something today.
There's plenty of opportunities to get scholarships from this sport. Not only from your colleges, there's some scholarships you can get just because you shoot. I think some of the organizations that are involved give out scholarships. So there's plenty of opportunities to get scholarships in this sport.
I know being from West Virginia, hey, the only sport we've won a national championship in at WVU has been the rifle team. So, like, know about it. We can't win in football, but we know, or basketball, but we can take a gun and win it.
Hey, the time's coming. Don't worry about it. Time's coming for football. They got it.
For football? Yeah. I wouldn't put any money on that one, but
We actually did have a squad that won sub-junior national champions at nationals this year.
Okay. So what kind of competition? Like, where's your opposition coming from? And is it all over the country, all over the state? Do you have like a rivalry with a certain team or anything like that?
I mean, they're really everyone's rival. I mean, you're going against everyone when you shoot.
Well,
there's no specific like rivals.
Yeah, you're scored more as an individual than a squad sometimes. So there's some shoots we go to that we will be scored as squads, but a lot of them we go to, like at Murray County, they're mainly individual scores.
But with this, you meet so many new friends from other teams, and you just get that closer relationship with them.
Like at state, there's people at Tennessee State that come from Kentucky, Georgia, all over Tennessee. And then when you go to nationals, you go to the Grand, there's people from Brazil that come up there and shoot. There's people from all over the country. It's a massive, and even out of the country, it's a massive deal. So you meet plenty of people that you would have never seen in your whole entire life if not for the sport.
So how many competitions do you got? I mean, you mentioned March through August, so you're in competitions even when you're not in school. How many do you guys participate in?
It really varies. Like, I mean, shows are really expensive, so it's hard to shoot a lot. But I mean, you can shoot really. There's a shoot probably going on every week. So I mean, you can shoot a lot.
And we're trying to do 2 team shoots a month, but then when we're not shooting, others go on their own to shoot at other places. We even go to the different state shoots and compete, and they're like week-long trips.
So for you guys, like, kind of what's the school's reaction when you're in school? Like, yeah, I'm on the blasting team. You know, what's that?
I don't tell anyone I'm on the.
You're supposed to announce that, Clint.
I mean,
I don't actually go to Summertown. I'm homeschooled, so I'm allowed by Summertown to come and shoot, which is a great opportunity for me, and I'm glad they allow me to do it. So I can't say, I go in there and I'm like, yeah, look, I'm on the blasting crew. If I walk in there, I'm going to be like, why are you here?
We're just like very like supportive of each other and all that.
I mean, whenever we talked about, you know, AJ, you mentioned it, saying the practice side. So, like, what's the preparation before competitions? Like, I know you say you have certain practices and all that stuff, but, like, is there any way to prepare yourself before competition? Like, are you able to shoot rounds before you start, or, like, what is that like before you start the tournaments?
At the local shoots, most of them start at 9, so if you can get there like 8, you can get a practice round before the competition starts. And it just really depends on what time they start and what time you get there when you can practice.
Okay, cool.
So for you guys, who's kind of the team leader? Who's the goofy guy? Who's all of that? What's the team dynamic like?
I mean, I'd say there's a bunch of goofy guys.
There's no short.
Yeah, there's not really a team leader. Everyone just kind of does their own thing.
But there is, like he said earlier, there's 5 different stations, and so you have 5 people on a squad, and the first person is what you call the squad leader, and they start off, and then you shoot 5 rounds, and then you move stations, and then you shoot 5 more, and it just keeps going until the end of the 25 rounds. So
you talked about preparation. I was going to get this in. We do have one of our coaches. He has a dry fire system, which is a system that you hook up to your shotgun, and it allows you to shoot at a board with a red dot. So it allows you to simulate shooting at a target. So it's more cost effective. You're not wasting ammo, which is a great thing that we can do. So we're not going to the range, wasting $100 on rounds, $200 on shells. It's a great cheap option that he allows us to use.
So you mentioned your homeschool, and the school allows you to be a part of this. What's that like for you? That you start your day and one day you're at home, and then you go and be a part of this in extracurricular.
Being homeschooled, of course, you're by yourself all day. So when I get to go every weekend and on Thursdays at practice and get to, be with my friends and spend time with all of them, it's a great opportunity that I really enjoy. I feel like they're more like family than friends now. After I've shot with them for like 3 years, they feel more like family.
Yeah, now you mentioned you got that stick. The first thing you said to me was, "Can I do karaoke? What's my song?" Do you sing karaoke or
no? You don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
I think we do. If you hypothetical situation, you're at a karaoke place. What's the song you're choosing?
Time marches on. I can that matches with my accent good. I ain't gonna pull off no pop music. I can't pull it off with this accent. It don't work.
Yeah, you can pull off a lot of things with an accent. You can. You don't have any fake accents or anything that you can throw in there? No. All right. So obviously, you guys, your season's coming up here in a few months. Just how excited are you guys knowing that? It's going to be here before. We talk about it all the time. Wow, the season came up on us. It was here before you know it. How excited are you guys, and what are you guys doing to get ready for that coming up?
Sometimes we shoot in the winter to prepare for yourself, and also about the dry fire system. We'll do that. I'll come and shoot that.
We'll just take the occasional weekend, practice on our own. Maybe go, hey, let's go over here and shoot practice with us. Get up and hurry, go shoot. Dry fire system, it just depends. You don't have to practice at all, but I feel like most of us will practice coming into the year to be ready to go when it starts.
Practicing on the dry fire, it does help in the winter when you can just go there and keep your practice in shape and stuff, and you're not out there freezing like you would, and that does affect how you are because it affects how you mount and everything else. So being able to go to the shop does make a difference, so you stay in shape over the winter.
Final one on this.
I'm usually ready either way, when they say there's a shoot, I don't usually pack everything up, Wednesdays together, and I just go when I get told, and I'm pretty excited about it when it comes around to it, I guess. Some days I do dread it. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I mean, once I get out there, I enjoy it.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming here. And now that we actually know when your season does start, we'll be paying attention to it. And good luck when March rolls around.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. Well, coming up next, we'll have members of the Loretto Marching Band. They'll be joining us next here on xSports Live from Hinie's BBQ.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie, and we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade, and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome back here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ. We're joined here by members of the Loretto Band. And guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
We're going to go
No, we'll start with you.
My name is James Gabbett. I'm a percussionist, and I've been in the band for 3 years.
Okay.
All right.
My name is Taylor. I'm also a percussionist. I've been in band for 5 years. We've been in high school band for 5 years, in band in general for 6 years, and I'm the drumline section leader.
All right. My name is Taylor James. Technically, this is year 15 for me. Year 2 with these guys, I serve as a director.
About to say 15 years in high school. I have a lot of questions. That was the case. But guys, just tell us what made you want to be a part of the band, what got you into music, and wanting to do this in high school.
Well, for me, music has always been a part of my life. I grew up in the Catholic Church, and music is a huge part of the church. And it just felt like the natural next step for me.
For me, most of my family has been in band. Both of my parents have been in band. A lot of the rest of my family was in band. And I've really loved music, and it's just really fun.
And for me, just when I was much younger than them, Again, 15 years has been a while. I saw it as an opportunity just to branch out. Music wasn't my favorite subject when I was in elementary school, but someone put a clarinet in my mouth. I gave it a chance, and the older I got and the more I did, the more I fell in love with it.
Obviously, for you guys being a part of the percussion, you have to be probably the busiest people in the band. Just tell us how much goes into that every day.
Yeah, quite a bit. We have a class period. We have our fifth period at the end of the day where we have a class. And then we usually would have practice like 2 to 3 times a week.
And during football season, obviously, football games on Fridays. And then just recently, we've been having competitions on Saturdays. So there will be some weeks we'll have 2 or 3 days of rehearsal, have a game on Friday, and then the next day we have a competition. And it can get kind of hectic sometimes.
Absolutely. And for you as a director, how much preparation goes into for you? Obviously, you got Friday nights and all that other, but those Saturday competitions,
they take a lot. We start in the morning, we travel, we perform, we see the other bands perform, go through awards. It's almost a 24/7 hour thing when it comes to preparation. Just you have to wake up in the right mindset, go through, help them as best you can, come back home and get ready for church.
How do you guys like the competitions now that you guys are back doing them again?
I love the competitions. It's definitely my favorite part. I love getting to visit with all the other bands. We've got a lot of friends in the band community. It's just a great experience.
I really like going to competitions. It's really fun. In my opinion, I like it a bit more than performing at football games, but you meet a lot of different people from different bands. You make a lot of different friends. It's really interesting.
I will add on to that. When we perform at football games for our home crowds, we love it. We love the crowd. We love the student section. Everything's great there. When you go to band competitions, it's other people that know what you're going through, what you're working towards. And it's not like you see the other school and say, oh, their competition, I want to beat them down. Our biggest competition is ourselves. We see other bands as a way for us to get better, not for us to try and overcome them. If we get first place or second place, great. If not, and if we get better than we thought we could originally do ourselves, we consider that a win as well. It's all supporting each other and trying to support the arts as best as we can.
Hey.
Well, you're talking about competitions right now. Can you explain to the folks back home what a daily competition looks like? So you go on Saturdays and just what does that day look like when it comes to competition in general?
For today, it pretty much goes like this. We usually start in the morning, we get a couple of run-throughs, and we rehearse even before we head out. So even in the middle of practice before that. We take all of our equipment in our vans, we load up a bus full of students, we travel to the desired location. It could be Columbia, it could be Florence. This Saturday we are going to Pulaski to go to a competition. And we go there, unload everything, make sure everyone's hydrated and fed. They give us an area to warm up in for a designated time. We go there, get things ready, get in our mental focus zone. And after that, we go onto the field, march in a certain fashion, and perform our show in front of many different judges. And each judge specializes in individual things. One looks at how well we play our music. One looks at how well the percussion is playing their selected music. One looks at the color guard, so that's people with the flags and the plastic rifles and the plastic sabers doing their thing. One looks for general marching technique. It goes on and on and on. And it could vary depending on the competition. So each time we go compete, you're looking at maybe 5 people who are far more experienced than me, just looking down on every tiny little minute thing. How's your posture? How's your playing? What's the concept of the show? Did I design it correctly? Things like that.
Gotcha.
We do that. We listen to the other bands, and then all the bands with selected individuals come out. If we won an award, they present it to us then and there. We have our celebration, and we come back home, and by that point, it's probably around midnight.
Ooh, man, that's a long time. But also, and just kind of going off of what football and all that, how much preparation throughout the week does it take to do those halftime performances? Because I didn't really think about this till this year, whenever Lawrenceburg's band and then y'all's band, and also with other bands I've seen in the past. Like, I don't look into how much preparation time y'all put into the halftime shows. Can you explain what goes into that?
So preparation, just getting ready even before the first game. I would say I would announce the show by late March, early April. And from there, me or whoever else is working on it designs all the music, designs all the drill, and that's directions that's given to them to say, go to this spot, go to that spot in a certain shape or form. And once that's ready, we give them June off. June's nice. And then in July, with new members, we take a week, probably rehearse about 8 hours a day, a week just showing them how to march properly. The next week, a full band camp, so everyone comes in, we go over the basics, we learn all the music that's traditional to our school, and we learn the halftime show. And during an average school day, I would say we get an hour and a half for class each day to work on it.
And that's per week for that? Okay.
Per week. And then add on to that Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, another 2 or 3 hours after rehearsal, depending on the time. So you're looking at least, I'd say, 10 to 15 hours each day, even after school, just working on it. All for 10 minutes for the first Friday.
Ooh, man, that's a lot going into that for sure.
It's a labor of love.
Yep.
How exciting are Friday nights for you guys? You get to perform, obviously, at halftime, but you do the stuff pre-game, you do the stuff during the game. How much fun do you guys have on Fridays?
Oh, it's a blast. I love it. It's definitely, for me, second to competitions. Just any chance that I get to perform, I love performing. It's what I live for, so.
It's very fun. One of the things I really like about it is me and a lot of my family really love football, so it's especially fun during third quarter break whenever we get to just kind of sit there and watch the game. But other than that, same thing he said pretty much. I really love performing. It's just really fun.
Yes. Friday nights, the performances are what we work for, and we love it. It's even more special because not everyone gets a school where everyone supports them. Our administration has been wonderful, and our football team has been wonderful. If not for the football team in particular, we would not have a field to practice on this year. So specifically to Coach Daniels and the rest of the crew there, we are thankful for that. We feel loved, and that makes the performances that much better.
Absolutely, especially with the team that y'all have with the football team for Loretto as well. How much fun has it been this season just supporting them? And
very
also
fun, just
with
win after win,
Mm-hmm.
and they've just been pushing through, and even when it gets tough, they find a way.
Absolutely.
So, I've been impressed on all fronts by that football organization.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same for you two. How fun has the season been? 7-0, scoring a lot of points. It's been a good season.
It's been amazing. This is the first time since I can remember that I've been going to Loretto that we've been undefeated for this long. It's crazy.
We're 7-0 for the first time in, 21 years?
1991, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so 30.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's been 21 years since we beat Lawrence County.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, so obviously drums. We got you two interested in wanting to play percussion.
I think for me, it just was, I'm really interested in all instruments. I love all instruments, but it's just my favorite. So that was just the one that I happened to pick. And honestly, if circumstances were different, I probably would have picked something else. That's just how it went.
So it's kind of a funny story that I tell a lot of the people in band is I originally did not want to do drums. I originally tried whenever I joined band in sixth grade. I originally tried to do trumpet, but I couldn't get that right. So I decided to try out for drums, and it seemed to work out. So
trumpet, drums, it's
close enough.
Close enough. It's the same thing, right? So now you can't say your own fight song. But right now, my 1-year-old son is obsessed with fight songs from all colleges. So you guys have outside of Loretto, do you guys have a favorite fight song that you guys like?
Don't let me down, come on. Don't let me down. Y'all know.
All right. Don't be influenced by it.
It's going to move it though.
Crazy.
I'm gonna have to go with probably UT Knox.
Okay.
Hello, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, really do like UNA's just because I've heard it live, and that for me just totally.
It's catchy. It's really good. Every time I go cover a game, I'm humming all day the next day, including all the other stuff they do. Their band is fantastic. You have a favorite one?
Me personally, like, I study music for a living.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot often. I know Arizona State, I love their fight song. Texas with the trombones, I love their fight song. Eastern Carolina is just nice and comfortable there, so I enjoy that. Of course, I'm also a Tennessee fan along with Taylor here, so I enjoy Rocky Top as well.
Sorry, Dustin. My personal all-time favorite's Michigan's.
That one is a good one.
Oh yeah, look, I got the band people excited.
And then NC State's fight song is also the same as the U.S. Army's fight song.
That's true.
So,
That's true. Isn't Georgia's the same, or is Georgia's from a Western or something?
I believe. Are you talking University of Georgia Bulldogs?
Yeah.
Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Yes. Knew that one. So hey, I love fight songs, and actually won a competition at a bar one time guessing fight songs. So there we go. Yeah, my 1-year-old's obsessed with that. I don't play it in the car; he gets mad. So, just tell us. Obviously, you got the final home stretch here as far as football games go. But how many more competitions do you guys have?
We're already done. This one in Pulaski is going to be the last one for a while. Save our energy for the playoffs coming up.
Yeah.
And just because football season is over for us doesn't mean there's truly an off switch. There's winter percussion, there's winter guard, there's concert season, there's auditions if anyone's interested in Drum Corps International, which is almost professional marching bands. So there's never really an off switch. There's always something to work towards, either as a musician, a marcher, or both. And we're happy to help them as best we can.
Yeah, you got when do you guys go into the winter concert series and some of the stuff you guys do in the spring? Is it right now, or do you wait till after football to start getting into that?
Usually a little bit after football season.
The transition time is kind of November. And actually this year we're doing something new. We're doing winter percussion for the very first time. We're teaming up with Summertown High School.
Okay.
So that's like an indoor thing, like how Color Guard, they have their indoor winter guard season in the spring. We're going to do that with percussion. So this is the first time that we've done this. Lawrence County's been doing it for a while, but this is our first time doing it, and I'm so excited.
This one will be just it'll be just between us and Summertown doing it, and I'm really looking forward to that because we tried to get Mr. Boston to let us do that for a while, and we never could.
Now you get the chance to.
It just needed proper support, and through the two schools we were able to do it. Just give them an opportunity.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much here for coming to xSports Live, and
thank you for having us.
You guys got me excited now. I can't wait. Obviously, we're hoping that you guys are playing for the football team well into December.
Oh, me too.
We pray so, all the way to state.
Yeah, hey, Chattanooga.
Yes, sir.
Be a good place to be. I think December 2nd is when this championship game is.
I believe so.
Yeah, so it'd be a good place to be. Well, coming up next, Dusty, Hayden, and I will be talking some high school, college, and the NFL. That's next here on xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy and GMC dealer.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. Phone number 931-843-9098 or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com. Great food is just a short drive to Heinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Heinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Oh, we're back? Oh, here we go. xSports Live. But Kevin didn't do his point like he normally does. No, you didn't. You pointed over there. Anyway, we're back here at xSports Live, brought to you by Heinie's BBQ. Guys, time to talk some college football here. And first question. It's now that time of the year where we have games literally every night of the week. You guys a fan of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
No, not at all.
You're not? You don't like Maction?
I'm just not a fan because most of the time, and I don't know.
Oh boy. I guess I'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. You need the red one.
Here, we got
one. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it just because, I mean, especially this time of the year, because, you know, you got the MLB playoffs going on right now. I don't even know what the score for the Atlanta game is.
It's
right here
8-2.
at this point. Yeah.
It's 8-2.
8-2 now. Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's a reason for me to watch college football every single night of the week. But no, I'm not really a fan of it just because I like Saturday. I think that's where it belongs. And you got football on Sunday. Do you have primetime games on Thursday? Yes, but don't do it like every night of the week. I think that's just a little excessive. Like, and also everybody has to have their breaks too as well. So
doesn't.
And listen, and I don't take this out of context, but we're not really watching on really good football teams for the most part.
For the most part, right.
And I would rather spend my time watching baseball playoffs.
Absolutely.
You know, we've got NFL that's going to be playing on Thursday night still.
Yep. NBA's coming up.
NBA's coming up. So, I mean, it's just a lot. And I know they do it for the TV deals and all that stuff, but I'm just not a big fan of Tuesday and Wednesday night college football.
Me personally, as a fan of small schools and covering small schools, it's the only time they're really going to get on ESPN.
That is true.
Get on those networks. Like I said during the summer, if I was a commissioner of college football, I would make Thursdays great again.
Absolutely.
So for the MTSUs of the world, they're never going to get on primetime ESPN or ESPN2
not unless they're playing
on a Saturday, unless they're playing a big dog. But hey, you play on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night like they've done
fair.
the last 2 weeks.
That's fair.
That standpoint I agree with, but like when it comes to, let's say USC
Tennessee or Bama's never going to play on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
No.
Maybe on a Thursday every now and again.
Yeah, maybe. Real quick, if we go any further, I'm going to say something. Why in the world are the Braves pitching to Bryce Harper? He's hit 2 home runs tonight.
And they were all bombs.
Just hit him in the air hole.
Or just throw him 5 feet outside.
Yes. Come on.
I don't know. I've already had my rant with the Braves. I could talk about it later tonight, but I really
last
don't
week
want
about
to. Yeah, he really did. He had a good one too.
Yeah,
you should have heard it.
Said you better perform this postseason, because if not, everyone's just going to constantly talk about how they won a title without you.
That's absolutely that's a true statement,
and it's happening right now.
True statement. Yeah.
But I think that tonight's game is pitching from what I've seen so far.
It is.
The pitching tonight, it has let them down.
And we knew going into the playoffs, that's where we were going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Either the bats are hot or they're not. So.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the top 25 college slate. Early on, Georgia at Vandy. I think we know where that one's going. Indiana, Michigan.
We know how that's going.
Yeah. Syracuse and Florida. That could be tricky, because Syracuse is the best two teams they played. I mean, they took Clemson to the brink, didn't play great against North Carolina. So is
getting the weight down
here.
Yeah.
Hey, go work at Subway.
Yeah.
Go make me a sub.
Yeah.
He's getting the subs.
Hayden's family break it in.
Yeah.
So
taking over.
But I just read as I was sitting on their way to come on, I was looking at something. Syracuse is coaching on the hot seat. They got him on the hot seat right now.
Really?
He's had one great year.
He has.
And a couple mediocres and a bunch of
where are they?
Terrible.
Are they 4-2 right now, or
they're 4-2 right now? But
they really haven't played anybody.
I think Florida State's got to make this. Has got to be a statement game for them.
They've played too many close games.
They have, absolutely. And they've got to step it up. They're eventually going to fall out of the top 4 even though they're winning.
Mm-hmm.
Bama hosting Arkansas.
Bama.
They got Pittman on the hot seat too. We still don't look good. Still, quarterback is terrible. Quarterback play at Alabama is the worst I've ever seen. And offensive line wise is not good.
But they look like they're starting to figure it out. I will give him credit that way.
But he can't do anything. I mean, did y'all watch the game the other night?
I did watch the game.
The game's over, and he still he skips a ball to stop the clock.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
The Arkansas is
they're bad.
Yeah, they're bad. I had high hopes.
I
thought Jefferson was going to be a Heisman candidate.
I really thought Pittman. I like him.
Right.
And it's just not good there.
Something's not right.
Yeah, something's not right.
Yeah, something's off.
Yeah.
Cal at Utah. I mean, Cal's been kind of feisty, but I think whenever Utah gets Cam Rising back, I think that's going to be
the difference maker.
And it's at Utah too, so I think that's Utah's.
It's a big. It's a 12-point spread. So Utah probably.
Yeah.
UMass and Penn State, we all know who's going to win that. Kansas and Oklahoma State is, because Kansas State just went in there last Thursday and lost.
And they got Kansas as a favorite, but Oklahoma State can make some noise.
Yeah, they can go from getting thoroughly dominated by South Alabama to beating Kansas State. You just never know what might happen.
Yeah, especially with Kansas, they had that. They're 23, 25. I believe they're 23. So you never know with Kansas. But like I said a few weeks ago, I think they're a really good football team. I think they got a good environment. But it is Oklahoma State. So you just never know.
You don't know.
No, you never know.
Louisville at Pitt. Hey, my top 10 prediction about the Cardinals.
Dude, they looking good. I mean, that is.
I gotta give them credit.
I
gotta give AJ credit.
Yes, for the pick.
Yeah,
the great pick, man.
Yeah.
Jeff Brom can coach, guys.
Yeah.
In today's day and age, when you need to be an offensive innovator, no one talks about Jeff Brom, but Jeff Brom.
Okay, so here's my question.
Pretty good.
Man. So is he going to be one of these guys that gets one of these bigger school offers?
Well, technically you can kind of say he was already there with Purdue. He played at Louisville. I think he views this as his big time job.
Okay, he does, but I think there's one job I think is coming open in the SEC. And
you think he'd leave for that after 1 year?
And it's Florida. It's the Florida job.
Okay.
Florida.
I think Napier's. I just don't think Napier's.
I think he's on the hot seat, but I don't know how many more years he's got left. Maybe 1 or 2. Just depends on the.
I think if the right person comes, Florida's they're that program. And I'm going to say about LSU. I just don't think they're going to be having Kelly. Right. I've said that all along.
Yeah. I think if Kelly don't win this upcoming week.
Speaking of, they got Auburn coming up on Saturday.
I think that's way too much. I think Auburn has got a chance here. We've seen what they've done against Georgia. Right. 11 points is way too much for LSU.
Yeah. Right.
And the way they've been playing on both sides of the ball, Auburn, if they can just put up some kind of offense, they can win a football game.
Right. Well, I mean, that's been LSU though. If you think about it, because like they've had close games, and every close game that they've been a part of, they folded. So I mean, you know, if Auburn puts up the points,
and their defense,
it might be a football game.
And their defense can play good like they did against Georgia.
That's right.
Because Georgia just kind of broke loose right after that game.
This next one, I think, is going to be the
USC, Notre Dame.
I think Notre Dame has. And listen, I'm not a fan. I think that they play a crazy schedule. I'll tip my hat to that.
It's brutal.
And my best friend may be watching right now, and he's probably laughing when I'm fixing to say this. I texted him 3 weeks ago and said that Hardman could be a Heisman winner, and he's laid an egg. But Notre Dame has got a chance to go in. They're going to be. They're at home.
Yeah,
USC could take one this Saturday.
Yeah,
I think so. USC played like garbage against Arizona.
Their defense is awful.
It's terrible. It's horrible. How do you let that team go to one overtime, more or less 3?
Yeah.
I just think, and I'm not a fan of Caleb Williams. I love Lincoln Riley. I think he's an innovator, and I think he's got big things coming. I'm picking Notre Dame.
I'm picking Notre Dame too. I'm right behind.
It could be the trap game, especially Notre Dame after losing to Ohio State, struggling with Duke, and then just getting thoroughly dominated by Louisville. That might be this is when they come alive. It's at South Bend. It's out.
They need this game though. If you think about it, because I mean I think their playoff hopes are shot regardless. Yeah. But if they don't win, I mean it's over. That's their season.
They got one more thing going for them, and I know you've had this conversation the other day. You wasn't there. I love the coach.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman, I love him. I think he's going in the right direction, and like I said, I'm not a fan of Notre Dame, but I really liked him in this game.
So we got Miami at North Carolina. I think after what we saw and what I'm about to rant about next week, I think we have North Carolina favored to begin with, but I think the point
it's even more. North Carolina all the way.
I don't even think 3.5 is enough.
What's the spread? 3.5? No way.
I don't think it's enough. I think Miami is just. I think after watching Saturday, it's garbage.
It's a 14-point spread.
And I don't want to step on AJ's rant, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But I think North Carolina dominates Miami.
What about Missouri, Kentucky? Kind of a underrated game.
I think it's very underrated. Now they got Kentucky favored by 2.5. Missouri don't look bad.
Good offense.
They got a really good offense.
They were killing LSU before halftime.
Yes,
dominating.
And they just run out of defense.
Yeah.
Well, and Kentucky can't stop the pass. And what does Missouri do the best? Play the ball.
Yep.
Exactly.
Luther Burden, Connor Cook, or whatever his first name is.
Yes.
I get him confused with the old Michigan State quarterback.
Yes.
UCLA and Oregon State. I mean, there's some Pac-12 championship implications.
Definitely
there.
some Pac-12 in there.
UCLA is kind of coming alive here. They've picked up a couple good wins.
They just beat Washington State last week, I believe. Yeah, so they beat them, and like I said, Oregon State lost to Washington State as well. So
and I think
that game's a toss-up for real. My opinion is.
And you got NC State at Duke, 7 o'clock game. Duke, guys are losing. Lost their starting quarterback. NC State offense kind of came alive last week, so not looking good for the Blue Devils.
No, it's not. I think NC State will take it.
Yeah, I think NC State's going to take this one, especially it being an ACC matchup, so it's going to be a tough game. So.
Right. And before we get into the Tennessee game, the prime one of the day, though, Oregon and Washington, that we got playoff and Pac-12 title.
Yeah, we don't.
That's going to be a shootout.
That game, I mean, I don't know. Let's see what it is.
Three for Washington.
I know almost what the over and under is. 67. That's not enough.
I think this is going in the 70s.
It's going in the 70s.
I think we can see an 80s.
Okay.
Because you got two quarterbacks, not a Bo Nix fan, but let me tell you something. Whatever they're putting in the water out there in Oregon, Bo Nix is
working.
It's working.
Yeah.
But the Washington quarterback, we haven't had to say anything.
Yeah, he's been good.
Oh boy, can spin it.
I mean, I think he's leading the college football second in touchdowns thrown.
Yes.
I think 14, 15, something like that.
I think you're 15.
Yeah, 15. He's throwing 15 touchdown passes.
But I think the difference is going to be what defense can get the right amount of stops. Honestly, guys, I think it's Oregon's defense that's going to make the right amount of stops.
Hey, And they could. They've showed that they can play in big games this year.
I agree with you there, but still, between the two offensively, I think Washington, just me personally, I think Washington's the better. Washington, in my opinion, is the best offensive team in the nation. That's just my opinion.
We'll see if that defense can get some
exactly.
starts.
What's that defense going to do?
Now, Hayden and I sort of talked about it, but the primetime 2:30 game here, A&M against Tennessee. We got a wounded Aggie team and a Tennessee team off a bye week.
I mean, now listen, I'm not going on my gut. I think y'all win. My heart, I hate A&M. I hate Tennessee, so if it was a 0-0 game and they just called it, it'd tickle me too. Can't stand Jimbo Fisher. I think Jimbo's on the hot seat. I think that A&M should just go ahead and pay out that money and get rid of him. Or leave him down there and let's let him keep losing, whichever one. It doesn't matter.
Either or, it don't matter.
But now listen, I'm going to say this about your quarterback right here in this game.
Milton?
This has got to be his game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I want to see. I think y'all have a playoff contention defense. I want to see it though. Hey, let me tell you something. This backup quarterback for A&M, I think Alabama's got a top-notch defense as well. But if you come on week after week, that boy can play.
Yep, he can. He really can.
He stands in the pocket. He's not scared to take a hit.
Right. He seems comfortable in the pocket.
He does seem comfortable in the pocket. He's left-handed.
Yeah.
So, it just kind of throw things off. I think y'all win. I think it's bad as they said. I think y'all do win. And, then we got y'all the next week. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think we lose to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I'm actually going to put money on Tennessee to beat Alabama.
Whoa! So is it one of those you're happy either way, happy you win money, or
yes,
happy the time
you're kind of getting into my head right here, yes. But
I've done that.
When you watch games the other day together and we've talked about it, guys, I was sitting here talking about earlier about our quarterback position. We're just not good. We're not good sound. Our offense is terrible. I mean, it's just not good. I know Burton had 200 yards receiving, a couple touchdowns, but hey, I don't know. It's like I told y'all, and I told it on the show, so I can't back up. I've lived high up here for a long time, and it sucks coming down.
Yeah.
But I'm also a realist, and I know our time with Nick's getting there. And then I got some guy in the background. This is unbelievable. I missed 1 week, and I just been taking it on the chin. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm shutting up. I'm gonna turn the screen off.
I'm just gonna say I think Tennessee wins by 4 touchdowns
against A&M.
I think Tennessee's defense is better than A&M's offense, and A&M got exposed through the air against Bama, and I think Tennessee's going to take advantage of it.
And that's the thing. Of course, I don't know about 4 touchdowns. But me personally, I had a conversation with my buddies. A&M, their defense is primarily to stop the run. Well, if Tennessee gets open on the run like they have been with Jalen Wright, Jabari Small, Dylan Sampson, it's game over. And especially if Milton starts hitting those passes, those long ball passes to say Squirrel White and Thornton, like I say, he's coming back this week. I mean, you could be right in that standpoint, but
it makes you see who steps up, and
especially with Brew being
in
out.
Brew's place. Man, it's terrible. I hate that.
I hate it. Yep, it's terrible. Yeah. But I'm looking forward this week and see what we can do and get some momentum going into the 3rd Saturday of October.
Now moving ahead to the pro side of things, Thursday night. I don't know why anyone would watch this game. It's probably why it's on Prime.
This is part of my rant.
Broncos against the Chiefs. And guys, I think another one of my predictions is about to come true. Yeah. Russell Wilson is going to get benched at some point this season. Yeah. The fire sale's already happening. They're trading guys.
I don't even have anything to say. What in the world was he thinking Sunday running out of the pocket and then the best part of the whole thing was the stare down he gives Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Like he stared at him like, really? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Because I want to bring this up about Russell Wilson. I don't know. Marshawn Lynch, take it for what it's worth, has had to done an interview a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he said some stuff about Russell Wilson that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And it kind of gave me a different look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had his own office in Seattle, upstairs.
Yeah. Sean Payton got rid of it.
He also had one in Denver, but Sean Payton got rid of it. But did y'all know that Russell Wilson would not give his phone number to Marshawn Lynch?
Right. Yeah, I've heard that story.
Marshawn had to call his publicist, Russell's publicist, and said, "I need to talk to Russell. Can you have him call me?" A few minutes go by, Marshawn's phone rings. It's a blocked phone number. Of course, he didn't answer it.
Yeah.
He waits a couple hours and calls his publicist back, Russell's publicist, and said, "Hey, is he not going to call me?" He said, "Well, he did try to call you. That was the blocked number." And Marshawn was just like, "You know what? Just forget it.
Yeah, forget it. Just forget it.
And that started a whole lot of the deal
with him in Seattle.
That was the deal about him not getting the ball, and he throws a pick to Butler in the end zone. There was some bad blood, and that was a run play all the way. And Russ opts out at the line of scrimmage and goes to throw, and then throws a pick that we've all watched a million times. So yes, I think he's like I said, it's just unreal.
Chiefs are 10.5 favorites there. I think they win by more than that.
And three touchdowns. If I'm the Chiefs, I don't even know. And listen, I'm not sold on the Chiefs.
Right.
Their offense looks bad.
Well, especially with we don't even know if Travis Kelce's going to play.
That's what they're like. We don't know if he's going to play. They don't have a number one receiver.
No, they don't.
Run game has kind of been back and forth a little bit. I mean, you take Kelce off the field, and Mahomes looks lost.
But they're not going to. They're okay.
They're okay for this week, but if they play like a team like Detroit against, I know they've already played them, but
Kind of a sneaky game for my team coming off a high. Niners got to go play the best defense outside of their own in Cleveland.
49ers.
Listen.
Yeah, Niners 7-point favorites because Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback on offense.
Yeah, Deshaun's out. The offense is not good. Dude, Purdy.
He's my MVP candidate.
I'm fixing
what I saw.
That's the MVP of the league right there.
Yes.
That dude is a stud.
I mean, of course, I'm biased.
I understand, but listen.
McCaffrey's been great. I mean, the whole Debo, Ayuk, Kittle had 3 touchdowns.
See, and that Kittle hadn't really played hard all. He didn't have to. He's just been blocking for McCaffrey. Mm-hmm. And they said, you know what? I'm gonna play tonight. And so, how bad are the Cowboys? Dak Prescott.
How bad is Dak Prescott?
Did you see the fans mopping the floors with his jersey?
Oh, I saw that today.
That may be one of the best things I've ever seen.
Well, a local San Francisco TV show in their post game, they go to a former 49er defensive back and they go, "So tell me your thoughts on the game." He just goes, "Dak Prescott sucks." Literally, that's what he said on live TV.
Awful. And guys, people think he hung the moon. There's some people still think he's good.
I hope Jerry Jones don't think that anymore. They were chanting for Trey Lance to come in the game.
And he's the third string.
Yeah, he's the third string quarterback.
Listen, I love and I hate the Cowboys. They're like the Yankees to me. I hate them. Yeah. I don't care if they ever.
I love seeing them lose.
I do too. I love it. And to take one on the chin from Brock Purdy. And listen,
2 times in a row.
I wish somebody's watching this show in NFL right now.
They beat him in the playoffs 2 years ago last year.
Yes. If somebody in NFL is watching our show, we were lucky enough to have it.
Yeah.
Please don't fine Kittle. That shirt was awesome, and they're wanting to fine him $11,000.
Don't do it.
Do it.
He's got enough money.
He's got enough money.
He's worth it.
Didn't Michael Parsons say something about that shirt
too? He did. Michael Parsons
he's too busy getting put on his rear end.
They manhandled Michael Parsons.
They had a good game plan. Well, everyone said during the week, run at him, see what happens. They ran at him.
They ran right at him. I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Go through the rest of the schedule here real quick. Washington and Atlanta.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah. Seattle at Cincinnati. I think the Bengals take that one.
I think the Bengals.
I think they got their offense back.
I don't think Joe.
It's in Cincinnati though. So
it is in Cincinnati, but I know that they had a game. But Joe and Jamar Chase are not on the same page, and I seen the thing today that's got Seattle 4th in NFC.
Colts at the Jaguars. Jaguars coming back to their second home in Jacksonville.
Oh, this is
Jaguars.
Jaguars are fixing up
they're dominant.
They're getting better.
They're gonna make.
They are getting better. And listen, Minshew. I don't even want to talk about the Titans. They suck bad.
Don't worry about it. I already ran about that earlier.
So, speaking of a curb stomp, Carolina and Miami.
Miami.
Is Tua going to throw for 4? Are they going to score 80?
They might.
They might.
They might.
I can't believe I picked the Panthers to win that division. How stupid am I?
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, that's my guy. My quarterback. It's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault. I think it goes to coaching and just other positions.
Yeah.
Vikings and Bears, 2.5 in Minnesota's favor.
You flip a quarter right here. It should just be a push.
Yeah, it should be 0.
It should be.
What's the spread on that one?
It's 2.5. 2.5. Minnesota, and they're on the road, but I mean they're talking about Cousins getting traded.
Yeah.
They're a mess.
Well, I mean, I don't even think they need to trade him for real because I mean, if they're going to do it, just. I mean, I'm not going to say tank, but you're going to be in the sweepstakes to get Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix.
Listen, right now, the Chicago Bears, with the Panthers being so bad, right now the Bears have the first pick and the second pick. So we're talking about Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. So here's my next question, though, real quick. How do you not take Bowers?
That's a great question. I mean,
tight ends are at a premium. That'd be a good pick to take.
Especially,
I'm just throwing it out there as a talking piece you can think about when we talk about it next week.
We don't talk about tight ends.
How do you not take Bowers over Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I mean, well,
he's healthier.
Yeah, he stays healthy.
He stays hurt a lot. And I'm just saying, I just throw it out there.
No, you make a good point.
I mean, Carson Beck's not even really the greatest quarterback. I mean, he's not extensive bended, but still, Bowers is making up with. I mean, his yards after contact is unreal. Mm-hmm. How much he can make up after that?
It might be number 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
New Orleans at Houston. I think Houston's
Texans. C.J. Stroud is the man.
They're underdogs here, but
I don't trust the Saints on the road.
No. C.J. Stroud may be.
I'm telling you, I think he's a top 10 quarterback already in the league right now.
Real deal.
Yep.
Patriots at Raiders for the whose franchise is melting down before our eyes bowl.
Listen, can we say it one time that we're finally seeing what Bill Belichick is like without the GOAT?
Yep.
Well, I think that we found that out when Tom won a title.
We did when Tom won a title is next year. I get that, but look at guys. This is awful.
Yeah. They've been out. I can't remember what the
stat
was.
They scored 3 points in 2 football games.
Yeah, I think they were outscored. I believe it was like 64-3, something like that.
2 of the worst losses in franchise history.
They got
back-to-back games.
Yes, and they got beat by the Cowboys.
And think about how bad that franchise was before Belichick and Brady got there.
Yes,
it's so bad.
Well, and I was watching First Take the other day, and they were talking about that conversation with Bill Belichick. Do you think? This is what they asked. Do you think Bill Belichick has any say on the team he wants anymore? I don't think he does.
Here's what I think happens, and this is just me. I think we're fixing to see another Andy Reid, and I'm not knocking Andy Reid what he's done in Philly. But we're fixing to see Bill. He's going to leave.
Yeah.
And he's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's not done coaching. No. He's not leaving.
I think he's just complacent.
He is complacent there, and I think right now he's just trying to limp through the season. Somebody's going to offer him a contract. I mean, who wouldn't want Bill Belichick? Just give him a chance.
Right.
And I feel like we're going to see the same thing we do today. Now, is he going to go win 2 Super Bowls? Is he going to have some kind of crazy quarterback? I don't know. Depends on where he goes.
Just depends. Yep.
It's a system.
I mean, Lions of Buccaneers 4-1, 3-1.
Give me Detroit, man.
I'll take Detroit, but I think it's going to be a closer game because Baker's really proved me wrong. I thought he's better than what he was. But
I'm jumping on the Lions wagon.
Yeah, I'm still with the Lions though. They're going to win the NFC North for sure.
Arizona, the Rams. I think the Rams.
I think they win,
too much
but I think Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
Hey man, I think the times are done for getting rid of him.
Yeah.
Oh boy, can play.
Yep.
I mean, it makes you think that where's Kyler Murray stand at this point?
Oh, he's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Eagles and Jets. Eagles. I think we can move on to the next one. Giants and Bills. Bills. I think we can move on to the
Giants
next
are terrible.
Jones is hurt. Dable, terrible head coach.
And
offensive line's terrible.
Can the Cowboys bounce back at the Chargers? Chargers have won back-to-back games.
They have, and they didn't look. They started out not looking too hot. Herbert, he didn't look the greatest. I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers. It's at LA too. That place is going to be rocking after 2 straight wins.
Monday night game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
How does Dallas get every primetime game?
Because they're America's team.
They're America's team.
I hate it too.
It's terrible.
It seems like every week they got the main game.
Yes.
All right.
Who cares?
All right, well, coming up next, here will be a final segment of the show. We're going to debut something new called Are You Kidding Me? And then we're going to rant. So we're just going to get a lot of stuff off of our minds and our chest here. That's coming up next on xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County. providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street next to the courthouse.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
What really matters during the ball game, discipline is not a popular word in our culture today. Yet we understand in sports that it requires a great discipline to compete at a high level. In Proverbs 3, verses 11 and 12, "My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, or be weary of his reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, and as a father the son in whom he delights." Discipline is a good thing in all areas of life. Use it today and reap the rewards of it. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And back at xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ. Final segment of the show. We're going to debut something new here. Sort of, it can be a positive, it can be a negative. So it's called Are You Kidding? So, Hayden, we'll start with you.
All right, so I don't know what you consider this, a positive or a negative. I guess from his standpoint, it's a negative, but I guess for, just for jokes, it's positive. But Jimmy Butler on media day. Dude, are you kidding me? I understand, there was so much hype. Damian Lillard's going to Miami that he don't want to go anywhere else but Miami. Yeah. Gets traded to Milwaukee, and then Jimmy Butler shows up in a black jacket, all black, boots, got his hair straightened out, covered one of his eyes, mascara, eyebrow ring, nose ring, lip piercings. Hey, and it made the roster for whenever they had their preseason. Yes. It was on TV. So I think it's kind of funny, but also I'm just kind of dude, come on now. Right. You missed out on Dame. I get it, but I don't know what to say anymore. Yep, that's my Are You Kidding Me for this week.
All right, first of all, I want to ask, so what did I miss last week?
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't remember what we were talking about, but We missed you, Dusty, and so I want everybody to have a little Dusty. So I was like, well, this is old Dusty Kaiser here.
He did his
my Dusty impression
from last week about.
Oh, so now you made fun of him.
No, I picked Alabama to win.
I got somebody shaking their head. Yes.
What?
We need another camera on him.
We gotta have a camera on Kevin.
Yes.
People have no idea
what he was in the background.
Yeah, behind the scenes, some of the faces he makes, some of the stuff he does.
He acts like you don't see us half the time. Okay, so here is my "Are you kidding me?" And we're gonna start with the NBA. Right off the rip. It's Anthony Davis saying he's gonna play 82 games.
Nope. Stephen Ayton was laughing at that.
Listen, done the research on it. We can go back and I can go back and look. He's played 11 seasons in the NBA, and he's played 75 games twice. Everything else is under that. The year they won a title in the bubble, he played 36 games.
Well, that was due to the COVID,
guy,
but listen, I get it. Go ahead.
This guy. I'm going to make a prediction, and we can put it somewhere. I'm going to put it in my notes, and then we'll go back. I'm going to make a prediction that Anthony Davis doesn't play 55 games this year. This dude is the softest thing since melted butter. I mean, this guy's terrible, and he's so talented. That's what really just irks me about Anthony Davis.
He could be the best player.
We talk about Giannis, and we talk about all these big. Anthony Davis could be the most dominant big man in the game. And he's such a pudding.
I know you don't want to hear this name, but LeBron was talking about how. Did you hear how LeBron was saying that Anthony Davis is the franchise guy for the Lakers?
Yes, and dude, shut up, LeBron.
I was like, I know you don't want to hear it, but I had to say it.
All right, that's my. Are you kidding me, Anthony Davis? You are kidding me.
There is a reason why Shaq and Barkley call him Street Clothes.
Yes, it's the greatest. It's the greatest nickname any professional athlete's had.
He went from unibrow to Street Clothes.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? And I've already ranted about this guy before, but Aaron Rodgers really making fun of Travis Kelce. I don't care what your view on the vaccine is, but really the guy who's getting paid by the heir of the Johnson & Johnson Corporation is going to call someone Mr. Pfizer. Like, why is Aaron Rodgers on TV talking? Like, dude, you're done for the season.
Yeah.
Might be done for your career. Like, we already have figured out you're not a genius. You're really not that smart. You're a high-paid quarterback. You're really good at what you did as a quarterback. But,
very arrogant.
But, yeah, very arrogant.
Yes.
I think, dude, like, for real, he's got Taylor Swift and you've got nothing because you're Aaron Rodgers and you're a prick. So that's it. That is pretty much what it is. Okay, rant time.
I ain't got a rant this week.
I do. All right, I got a rant that's not sports-related. And I'm probably sure this person is definitely not going to watch our show because the person that done that this morning. Anyways, I'm headed to work. I'm on Trotwood in Columbia. And there's three cars in front of me. An ambulance is coming with lights and sirens on. So we're on a 2-lane road. We haven't made it actually into where a lot of the business is. It's houses. 2 cars pull over. Third car, which is right in front of me, swerves to pass them. And the ambulance had almost take the ditch out because this car in front of me wasn't going to stop. I mean, he was not getting over. And he wasn't like he was going fast enough that he was fixing to rear end the car.
Yeah.
He literally just said, I'm not stopping, and went around him, and he about hit the ambulance head on.
Oh, my gosh. Isn't that against the law?
That is definitely against the law. And there was no cops around, or they could have wrote him a ticket.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
please, for the love of God, people, when you see blue lights, red lights, it doesn't matter. Pull over.
If you hear sirens in general.
If you hear sirens, pull over.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. These people are doing their job, and more than likely they're out trying to save somebody's life.
Right.
Yeah.
So give them a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
That just pissed me off this morning, and I thought about chasing the guy down.
Should have. Hey, they effed around, and they should have found out.
Yes, it's just unreal, man.
We
can talk about this for hours, and they had nothing to do with sports, but the people in general don't have any respect for anybody anymore.
Right.
That's another rant for another time. They're so disrespectful just across the United States. It's unreal. But
disrespect, self.
Yes, it's just stupid for people to act like that.
All right, well, my rant, I ranted about something similar to this a couple weeks ago. Guys, we're going to Miami.
Yeah.
I am still in shock. I was watching it while it happened. I was the only one awake in my condo. at our vacation condo, and you gotta pay them.
Yeah.
You gotta pay me.
You gotta pay them.
You gotta get both tickets.
You gotta get them all.
You gotta get both.
That's crazy.
Only one? Okay.
Oh, she likes you.
Appreciate it.
Well, so I'm watching it. I'm on vacation in Panama City. Everyone's asleep. I'm watching this and I'm going, they have no timeouts. Why are you running the football? Why aren't you taking a knee? And then we all know what happened after that. He fumbles. 4 plays later, they went 75 yards, scored with 1 second left. These guys are paid millions of dollars. I've said again, I've been around a lot of these guys. Some of them, frankly, aren't that really smart. Mario Cristobal has done this before.
It's not his first time.
Yeah, everyone who's complained about him on national radio lost money. I didn't. I actually won money that night because not only did Stanford cover the spread, they won. So I had a 2-leg parlay on that, won some money off of Mario Cristobal's stupidity.
He may be the dumbest head coach in football.
I mean, I talked about it a couple weeks ago with Marcus Freeman. How in the world do you only have 10 players on the field for 2 plays? Then you get this idiot who does it at the end of the game. Oh, you take a knee. What are you trying to
There should be no play call. They should just look at him and say, knee.
But that's like etiquette though. Like you should know that in that situation of the game.
Yes.
Like you got no time. I mean, yes, you should know that you got no timeouts, but you should know at this point there's no point in running the ball. Just knee it and let's get this over with.
But I found out from some people that I know around the program, there was a lot of people in the headsets. There was people on the field, and there's video proof of it that were standing next to the guy saying, hey, we don't need to do this. Your players were telling you you don't need to do this. They effed around and they found that.
Yes.
And I think it's going to ruin their season.
Oh, it's good. That's why they're not winning this weekend. That's why they're not winning Saturday.
And your job as a head coach, and I keep middle school and high school coaches out of this because they're dealing with way more than what. You've got 3 jobs as a college coach that's making millions of dollars. Recruit, develop, make good in-game decisions. It's amazing how many of these college and NFL coaches that make some of the dumbest, harebrained decisions. Now, coaching and making decisions in games is not as easy as us, the fans, think it is the majority of the time, but it's not nearly as hard as they make it out to be.
No.
It's somewhere in the middle. But here's the bad thing, guys. I thought more about it throughout the weekend and driving back from Panama City Sunday night and the Monday morning. I thought of 7 coaches off the top of my head that would have done the same dumb thing. That's
what I was fixing to say.
Genius these guys are, that we're going to pay millions of dollars, have these giant buyouts, because you can't just fire Mario Cristobal.
No, you can't fire him. They owe him all this crazy money.
I mean, you shouldn't really do that anyways. Now, if he did it like 3 straight games in a row, can him, or did it something similar to that every season, then can him. But, I mean, seriously, they make millions of dollars. Your job is to put your team in the best position to win. Night in, night out, day in, day out. And what did he do at the very end when your team did not play your best and it's one of those survive in advance type games, and Miami literally was going to survive except for the stupidity of his, and then he has the gall to blame his player in the postgame. Well, we preach 2 hands on the ball. Well, apparently those 2 hands were not next to your head. We also preach brains,
There shouldn't have been a call. Shouldn't have been a play call. Just kneel.
I've said this to a Division I head coach before, and I repeat it to every Division I head coach that makes millions of dollars. Well, if you were in my position, you would understand. I'm like, no, I wouldn't. You know why? Because I have a brain and eyeballs. I don't need to be in your huddle. I don't need to know your game plan. I don't need to be at your practice. If it's that obvious and I can make that call, that's how bad it is on your part.
Yep. That's the thing, because you said they get paid millions.
Yeah.
We're sitting here and all we're doing is critiquing what they do.
Yeah.
And so I guess at the end of the day, Miami's too big a coaching job for Cristobal.
Exactly. Should be back at FIU.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking D3.
Where it started.
We're talking like
D3.
like it just. It's unreal. You're right, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's Marcus Freeman. I mean, Jimbo made some really weird decisions in that game. Marcus Freeman, speaking of, goes for it on 4th and 12 from his own 35, down 11 with 11 left to play.
Yeah,
Dude, pump the ball. And it handed Louisville 3 free points.
Yes, and the only thing, the only defense I give him, he's young and a head coaching job.
But it's his third job.
It's his third job.
And he was the O-line coach at Bama during that
year. He was.
So
you're right. He knows better. But yes, you're right. There is some really dumb head coaching calls that I've noticed this year just in college football.
We used to say that about Kirby Smart. Now Kirby's made us look bad. But that's the thing about him. He's improved.
He has. He's gotten better.
He's gotten better. But a lot of these coaches just don't.
So what do we say about Dabo? Is he going backwards?
Well, I mean, he hasn't exactly adjusted to the time. Everybody else has adjusted to the time. Yeah. My bet for them to win more, my taking the over on the 9.5 wins is in serious jeopardy.
That is in real big jeopardy.
I just thought they would be better, weaker schedule, but
they're not good.
It's not looking good for Dabo,
guys. Well, another good show as always, guys. Love the new segment. Came from this guy. It's all this guy right here.
I texted him last night about 10:30.
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, you know what? We got to do something.
Yeah.
You got to try something.
Got to try something.
I love it. Hey,
what we have Friday night? We're home.
We got Shelbyville, Florence County, Summertown hosts Richland, and then Loretto's got Eagleville. So that's what we got Friday night. And then we got volleyball sub-states tomorrow night. Loretto's at home against Camden. Summertown is at Harpeth. So the winners of that go to Murfreesboro next week.
One other thing, and I know everybody's probably seen it, but let's give a shout out to our Tennessee Valley weather team getting in their new studio.
Yeah.
I think they started Monday.
Yeah, and guess who's going to get in the sports side tomorrow?
Are you getting in tomorrow?
Getting in tomorrow.
I was over there before I got over.
Yeah, right, Kevin? We in tomorrow?
We in tomorrow?
I saw the desk, though. I did see the desk.
Okay, now he's giving the thumbs up. Okay.
It's just that he's doing it, man, because I'm here. I'm telling you. Is he going to be with us Friday night?
No, it's me.
Oh.
He's got to go down Loretto.
Got to go to Loretto.
You're missing out with the dream team.
For Hayden Burks, Dustin Kaiser, and for producer extraordinary Kevin Wright, this is AJ Good here on xSports Live. We'll see you tomorrow night, Friday, and then we'll see you guys once again next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.